Welcome to Casual Compliance, a show about the culture and philosophy of Commander through the Commander ban list. My name is Gramps.
My name's Chili Ben.
And if you want a shirt with
Why
that
did I
sentence,
say it like that?
If you want a shirt right with that sentence on it, you can go to casualcompliance.fun and buy a shirt that says this is a show about the culture and philosophy of Commander.
Yeah.
Is that right? Is that what the shirt says? Does it say the ban list part on it?
It says it's a show about the culture and philosophy of Commander.
And you should go to casualcompliance.fun and buy one.
Yeah.
And this week, we are talking about a card that neither of us know, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Leovold, which I'm pretty sure is a band. Emissary of Trest.
Did you say I'm pretty sure it's banned?
No, I'm pretty sure it's a band.
Oh.
It's a band.
Yeah. It's like,
No, it's Leopold is
like,
the band.
Brother, this whole show is about band cards.
No, Leopold is a band that we like.
Okay.
But now I have quietly walking alone or silently walking alone in my head. Silently walking alone.
That's leprous.
Oh, it's not even Leopold. Oh, yeah, okay. Why is that? Why? Where is all of that? Where is all of that from me? Yes, no, Leovold, Emissary of Trest.
Okay.
Is a Sultai card from originally Conspiracy. Specifically Conspiracy 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Was it first printed in Conspiracy 2 or Conspiracy 1?
Conspiracy 2.
Okay.
So what's that? Crown something. Take the crown.
Take the crown.
Take the crown.
Conspiracy : Take the crown. It's like Speed 2 : Cruise Control in terms of quality of name.
So good. It's Sultai, black, green, and blue for a legendary creature, Elf Advisor.
Mm-hmm.
Each opponent can't draw more than one card each turn.
Okay.
Whenever you or a permanent you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, you may draw a card.
Okay.
Why is this card banned?
It's got to be that first line.
Got to be the first
Right?
line. So each opponent opponent can't draw more than one card each turn.
Yeah, and that other one says if you or a permanent you control gets targeted, you draw.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like that's okay because they could just not cast them and they could just not target you. But I feel like restricting people to one card draw per turn.
Target of a spell or ability an opponent controls.
Yeah, sure, but like that is still a thing. Your opponents have to opt into doing that to give you the card,
target you,
right?
Yes.
Whereas limiting everybody else at the table to one card draw per turn is pretty rough. You think about like how many people will at some point draw a second card.
Yes.
Whether that's through a spell, an ability, or
Brainstorm.
or
shuts that down.
all of that sort of stuff,
Yep.
right? It turns off so many things.
Card availability is a key tactic in Commander. I mean, it's one of the first things you learn in Commander. When I started playing it a lot more socially, before you guys got into it, and it was the Sliver deck was that first deck I built. One of the first questions I was asked was, "Where is your card draw?"
Yeah.
How do you draw cards with this?
Yeah.
And I was like, "What do you mean? How do I draw?"
You need options.
Well, this was before I had the first Sliver.
Yeah.
As the Commander. This was back when it was Sliver Overlord. So it was all Slivers have indestructible.
Sure.
Yeah. It was a very fair question. Where is my card draw?
Yeah.
What is
You
my...
don't need to be going crazy, but with a 99 card library, you need to try and get through it a bit more than one per turn.
It's not a game. It's not a game where you want to play Hellbent.
Yeah.
Is the key of it, right?
Yeah.
Like smaller formats, there are cards that even benefit Hellbent, but there is not enough Hellbent cards to enforce
it's also just
Commander
like,
strategy.
Just look at the statistics of it. Like the likelihood that you will get through even half of your library in a given game of Commander, extremely low.
Extremely low, unless you draw the
unless you are building around card draw as an effect.
Yeah. So what are some of the questions that come to your mind when you think about Leovold when you're looking at reasons for it to be banned?
Questions?
Yeah. So like, for example, one of the main questions that's immediately in my mind is how many cards limit how many times you can draw?
Yeah, that's...
Or cards that function similarly.
That's a thing I'd want to look for in terms of comparison, whether it's like, is it a permanent effect like this that just locks that down, or is it like maybe an instant or a sorcery that like temporarily restricts card draw? Just to see like where the lines are on like palatability of this type of effect. Like I wouldn't be surprised if there are cards out there that do something like that, but permanently restricting it and having it be your commander so it is in theory always available.
Yeah.
that I think is also worth considering.
That's a very big part of it. Is
Yeah.
like some of these cards, because they're legendary creatures, because they're basically an 8th card in your hand.
Yeah.
Like yes, the cost goes up, but this is a 3-cost 3/3.
Yeah.
In Sultai.
Mm.
You might not even want it to go to your fucking command zone.
Yeah.
Sultai is the recursion card.
Yeah.
Is there a card immediately that comes to mind when you think about stuff like this that affects your opponent's card availability? That might come up, and it'd be interesting to see if it doesn't come up after research.
I think the main one I'm thinking of is Jin-Gitaxias.
Okay, Jin-Gitaxias.
Reduces your hand size to...
Okay.
Well, reduces your opponent's...
0.
Not 2-0, reduces it by 7.
Yes.
Which sometimes is important.
If you've got Triskaidekaphile and stuff.
It is effectively limited. You have no... you can have no cards in your hand.
For me, what comes immediately to mind doesn't do the same thing, but is a similar effect, is Opposition Agent. Which is you control people when they're searching their library.
Yeah, it's not really the same thing at all.
No, but it's that same kind of stopping a core mechanic of the game that allows people to stay in the game. So it switches off fetches.
Yes,
and
but
it switches off stuff like that.
Opposition Agent, one-time thing.
Yes,
because it's like you flash it in when they're...
No, it's whenever they search. It is. It's a permanent effect.
I'm caught up on the flash thing.
Yeah, it's a static effect.
Like, I guess.
So it's interesting to see what changes core mechanics like this.
But what I'd say there is like searching doesn't happen that often.
Fetching lands.
Yeah, but like compare that to card draw, which happens at least once per turn.
Yeah, and you can't draw more than one card.
Yeah.
This shuts off shoulder decks.
No, it slows it down.
And speeds it up if you're the shoulder player.
They're still drawing.
I think we go to research.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, boy. I'm sure we can come to an arrangement. You go to casualcompliance.fun. Sign up, untap, upkeep, unban. We unban Leovold.
No, that's not how that works.
See you there.
Or if you want to hear Gramps talk for roughly 10 minutes about the Magic story... before we recorded this specific episode, you can join at the upkeep and unban tiers. Yes.
Do you say all three in your head? Did you do that?
Yeah.
Yep.
And you can watch that. Available on casualcompliance.fun and nowhere else. If you see it anywhere else, call the cops.
Yes, please. We're the new Metallica. Welcome back to Casual Compliance. We're here to make a deal with you. We're going to talk about Leovold, Emissary of Trest. New watch. Just to remind everyone, black, green, and blue for a legendary creature, Elf Advisor. It's a 3/3 that says each opponent can't draw more than one card each turn. Yep. And whenever you or a permanent you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, you may draw a card.
Sure.
Now, something I read in the break, which I did not consider, is... each opponent can't draw more than one card each turn.
Yeah.
One of the rulings on that is replacement effects, such as Dredge or Laboratory Maniac's ability, can't be used to replace draws that Leovold disallows.
Yeah.
However...
because the draw never happens.
Exactly. So, because Dredge is, if you would draw a card, mill X instead.
But you wouldn't
But
draw.
you can't draw the card. So that shuts down... that. If an opponent's first draw is replaced by Dredge, for example, then that one happens.
Yeah.
And won't stop.
Yeah, because instead of drawing, you're dredging, for example.
But then you still don't get to draw after that.
No, you do. You get one more after that.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, that draw didn't happen in Leovold. Won't stop the next draw.
You get an actual draw.
You get an actual draw still.
Because you've replaced your first
with the Dredge.
Attempt to draw.
So you would have to every time, if you're going to Leovold down, you're playing a Dredge deck, you would have to Dredge basically every time.
That's silly.
Sorry, if you're not playing, if your opponent has a Leovold, and you have a Dredge deck, you have to. But I did not think about that when I first read this card, and I saw it. I'm like, oh fuck, that shuts down Dredge.
Also, because of the way it's worded, if they've already drawn before Leovold enters, they can't then draw again.
Yes,
it's just it's able to look backwards in time because of the way it's worded.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it was printed in 2016, banned in 2017. Leovold, as a commander, creates an environment of asymmetric resource denial in the early game. Its second ability protects itself and other resource denial pieces in play, and its first ability easily combines with several other cards to strip opponents' hands and keep them empty. This creates an environment where players don't have agency, but doesn't outright end the game, which is very important in this, in Commander.
Yeah.
Especially as Commander's gotten way more popular, it's been about making sure that players still have agency and autonomy. And if you are to take that away, you're doing it meaningfully with the game ending.
Well, it's that, and then the other side of that coin with something like Leovold is like, if you are denying resources to the rest of the table, it should be because you're
about to win.
You're about to win either right now or very soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And people might be saying, like, oh, Nekuzar hurts you when you draw cards. It does, but you still draw.
Yeah.
And you can still draw multiple.
You are still potentially drawing options to deal with it, whether that's through gaining life to offset the damage from Nekuzar or just get rid of Nekuzar.
There is draw hate, but this draw hate limits your ability to interact with it because it has a second effect, but also because you can only draw one card, and if you don't draw your removal piece, you have to wait for another turn to come around. Whereas with Nekuzar, you might be losing a life every time you draw, but you could draw, go for the throat or something like that.
And like, your opponents are able to draw on other players' turns,
but still only one.
It's still only one. So like, sure, if they had repeatable draw on the table that let them do that, but that's
very limited.
That's threading a needle.
For the April ban and restricted, where they went through the whole list of cards when they changed over from the CFP to as it changed over to the CFP. Stopping your opponents from drawing extra cards is very powerful in Commander, coupled with the fact that you can play it as your commander and get value if people try and target you, makes Leovold unlikely to return. So, very difficult.
Yeah. The resource denial, pretty brutal. But what I'm going to force myself in to start this one. That effect is legal in Commander.
It is. I have two cards on that list.
I also do. Narset, Passer of Veils. 1 blue for a Planeswalker. Comes in with 5 loyalty. Each opponent can't draw more than 1 card each turn.
Yes, I absolutely do have a Narset in my Nekuzar deck.
And then the other ability is... It's one of those annoying planeswalkers.
It's in Allura. Yes, continue.
One of those annoying planeswalkers where it has 5 loyalty and only a -2 ability.
Yes.
No way to increase the number.
So you mean from War of the Spark?
Yeah. So you can use it twice and then it just sits there.
I think the other time they've done that is Coldheim.
Right.
Yeah. They did these like, oh, look at all these extra planeswalkers because it's not just the Gatewatch. And then they were just kind of shit.
Yeah. But for -2, you can look at the top 4 cards of your library, reveal a non-creature, non-land from among them, put that into your hand. The rest of them go into your library, bottom of your library, random order.
Yeah.
And the other one I found is Spirit of the Labyrinth. 1 and a white. It says each player can't draw more than 1 card.
Which is, we talk about symmetry, right? Asymmetry is a problem. That's what we have with Dovescape. We have, versus Upheaval and stuff like that. Symmetry is important.
Yes, but interesting to see Narset there. Like, it is a game changer.
Yes.
It is legal.
Yes.
It can't be your commander, which is why I think it's
number one,
a step down.
And it doesn't have the same protection.
Yes.
Because...
And you can attack it.
Yes.
Because it's
100%. It's, creatures are interactable, but a creature that can be a commander is less interactable because... And again, Sultai.
Yeah.
We have to think about the dials and knobs, right? It's a commander, so it can go back to the command zone or into the graveyard. Sultai has recursion out the wazoo. There's so many different ways that you can make Leovold generate so much.
Yeah.
What else have you found?
I found... Where are we? So we talked earlier about, like, instead of affecting card draw, affecting hand size, there's things like Locust Miser, 2 black for a Rat Shaman.
Yep.
Each opponent's maximum hand size is reduced by 2.
Yep.
It's also a version, like a similar version, Nat Miser, which I think just reduces it by 1.
Back to our rat deck that we made with
yes.
in our deck
in that stream,
yeah.
And then we mentioned earlier Jin-Gitaxia's Core Augur, no longer a game changer, just fully legal in Commander. 8 blue for a legendary Praetor 5/4 with flash. Beginning of your end step, draw 7 cards.
So
each opponent's hand size. Maximum hand size is reduced by 7.
The fact that they took that off the game changer list is a fucking
it's a
joke.
10 cost with no built-in cost reduction.
It's such a good card. I love it so much.
But then I went and explored the play space of Draw Hate.
Yes.
And just tried to pick out a few that I think are similar in spirit to Leovold, but are legal.
Yes. But
may or may not be game changers.
May or may not be okay, because I've got in the same thing. I've got 2 cards here that I think if Leovold is banned, they should also be on that list.
Okay.
So you might bring them up. Let's see how we go.
Okay.
Off you go.
Notion Thief.
Nope.
2 blue-black for a 3/1 human rogue with flash. If an opponent would draw a card except the first one they draw in each of their draw steps, instead that player skips that draw and you draw a card.
Yes.
So that also affects opponents drawing on other people's turns because that's not the card that they drew in their own draw step.
Yes.
So you can flash that in if they're about to draw a bunch of cards and then you get it.
Yeah.
That is a game changer.
Yes.
Because it is a similar sort of effect. It is asymmetrical draw hate.
Yes.
What did I find here? Phyrexian Tyranny.
Yep.
Blue, black, red for an enchantment. Whenever a player draws a card, that player loses 2 life unless they pay 2 generic mana. Kind of nasty.
Are any of those mana costs Phyrexian mana costs for the blue, black, red?
Nope.
Okay.
There's one that this one is an instant. I'm going to put the 9th edition art by Jeremy Jarvis in the episode because it is fucking crazy.
Cool.
Look at this guy. It's Plagiarize.
Oh, yep, Plagiarize.
3 and a blue.
It's H-Bomber guy.
Until end of turn, if target player would draw a card, instead that player skips that draw and you draw a card. It's a card.
A card.
But if they're drawing a bunch of cards, it'll get you all of those cards. I believe that's how that works, right?
Don't think so. Does it say anything on Scryfall?
No, but I think because it's until end of turn. If they would draw a card.
Oh, yeah. So, if you're drawing 10 cards, you get 10. Drawing. Yeah. Because also each card draw is an individual instance.
Yeah. One that I have as a commander, hello, that when I built this, because of the cards I put in it, this was before brackets, but it was the first bracket 4 deck I built.
Okay.
Ian Malcolm, Chaotician.
Yes. Yep.
1 blue-red for a legendary human scientist, 2/2. Whenever a player draws their second card each turn, that player exiles the top card of their library. So they still get that second card, but then the next card in their library is exiled. During each player's turn, that player may cast a spell from among the cards they don't own, exiled with Ian Malcolm, and mana of any type can be spent to cast it.
Yes.
So the way that I've built this deck is chaos card draw. So it's a lot of like Howling Mine type effects to like force that second draw. And then the reason it's bracket 4 is because there are things in there like deflecting SWAT. There are enough game changes that just push it up.
Yeah.
Because I thought it's funny to have a powerful deck that I won't get to play.
Yeah, everyone else can play everyone else's decks. Yeah. It's one of the most fun decks to play against, dude. It's very
goofy. My favorite part about that, and I bought this combo after building the deck, is the combination of Teferi's Puzzle Box and River Song from Doctor Who. So Teferi's Puzzle Box says, I should actually just bring it up before I try and remember it, because the wording is kind of wild. Come on, internet. It's a 4 generic mana for an artifact. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player puts the cards in their hand on the bottom of their library in any order, then draws that many cards.
Yep.
And then
I have one of those in my Necrosar deck.
Yep. And then River Song has 2 abilities, but the one that matters for Teferi's Puzzle Box is you draw cards from the bottom of your library rather than the top.
Very good.
So with Teferi's, your hand never changes, but everybody else's does.
Yes, absolutely.
It's very silly.
You know, because I remember we played a game with Necrosar where people were taking 6 life every time they drew, and the Teferi's Puzzle Box was down.
Yeah.
And I think it was your Teferi's Puzzle Box, because I think you were playing Ian Malcolm. This was in our game against Beard, where he beat us up with his Chandras.
Yeah. And the last card I want to read, because I think this would actually make for kind of an interesting commander, Marilyn of the Morn Song. 1 black.
We're close.
1 black for a legendary elf wizard, 2/3. Players can't draw cards. End of sentence. And then finally, at the beginning of each player's draw step, that player loses 3 life, searches their library for a card, puts it into their hand, and then shuffles. So every player on their turn is paying 3 life to tutor for anything.
Yep.
That could be so wild.
Let's get to my card.
Yeah.
Morn Song Aria.
Oh, hello.
1 black
Okay.
for a legendary enchantment that says players can't draw cards or gain life.
Oh, gross.
At the beginning of each player's draw step, That player loses 3 life, searches their library for a card, and puts it into their hand, then shuffles.
It's a black card?
It's a black card. 1 black.
Hell yeah, I might build this. This is crazy.
So,
this is mono black draw hate, but in a sense, group hug, because everybody gets to tutor.
so in my rebuild of Alloro, where I'm getting rid of all my infinite combos, I'm making a much more stacks hell.
Okay.
And I'm now going to increase the price of Alloro by $1,200. This one's only 40 cents, so that's fine.
Oh.
It's the next card, though, that I want to get to.
Oh, okay.
But this is something you would pair with Leovold. But this is something that does something similar. But I think the payoff is better, and that's why it's okay.
Okay.
Why it's accepted.
The $1,200 card you're about to
No,
talk about?
the Mornsong. I'm still in the Mornsong. And the Marlin is they stop everyone from drawing.
Yeah.
So it's everyone. It's symmetrical.
Yeah.
We love that.
Mm-hmm.
With the Mornsong Aria, everyone also can't gain life. But then everyone gets a tutor.
Yes.
A black tutor.
Yeah.
For 3 life.
Yeah. 3 life,
Gorgeous.
go get whatever you want.
Gorgeous. And Moonsong Aria makes it even
God, you'd feel
fucking rougher.
so terrible paying 3 life to go get a basic land.
Kind of, yeah.
But you don't draw, so you might have to.
I would also, because you get this out turn 1 with a Dark Ritual.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss.
Disgusting.
Oh, it's better than Defense Grid. Better than Dark Ritual Static Orb. I'm going to introduce you to the Chains of Mephistopheles.
Oh, fuck off. I hate this card. So difficult to work out how it works.
No, it works. Oh, excuse me. I understand it.
Have you seen the flowchart?
Completely. Yes. It's very easy to understand. I do not understand the issue with this. Okay, so Chains of Mephistopheles.
Okay, before you read it, can you make sure you're reading the current Oracle text, not the printed text?
That is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. Because every time,
the original text is so bad.
Been so fucking frustrating. So it is a 1 and a black for an enchantment. Now this would be perfect with a Leovold deck, but I think this card is categorically worse and should be banned.
Okay.
And the fact that this is legal gets rid of every argument for banning a card ever, because it is $1,200. It is on the fucking reserve list.
Are there any printings that cost less than $1,200?
Yeah, the Magic Online promo.
That's not a real card.
Exactly.
Not a physical card.
There are no other versions of this card.
No. Okay.
1,125. Anyway, if a player would draw a card, except the first one they draw in each of their draw steps, that player discards a card instead.
Okay.
If the player discards a card this way, they draw a card. If the player doesn't discard a card that way, they mill a card. So basically, if you have no cards in your hand and you're full out, instead of drawing, you have to fucking mill.
Yeah.
It's brutal. So as long as you have 1 card in hand.
But this is except for the first card.
Yes, exactly.
In your draw step.
So you have that.
Yeah.
You have that 1 card in hand.
So
you now don't really want to do anything else, because if someone else makes you draw, you're milling.
Yeah.
And
if you play that card.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That sucks.
There are so many reasons why this card is fucking rad. Coolest shit ever. And why my Alloro deck is about to get $1,100 more expensive. That's in USD. But that is a reserve. Okay, if we think about reasons why Magic cards are banned. Reserve list, card availability.
Reserve list is not always
No, but the reserve list itself is not, but card availability.
Yeah.
A perception that cards are needed to be in certain colors so they can be played.
Yeah.
And the cost of cards and prohibitive pricing.
Yeah.
This is prohibitively priced. It's on the reserve list. So it's scarce because they haven't reprinted it. It's
expensive as shit, but what you have to weigh that up against is things like original dual lands are like less than $1,000, but not by much.
I also still think all of them should be banned.
Yeah. But I think that the threshold that they consider is unfortunately still higher than that.
On top of all of that, the cost and the scarcity of it is the fact that this is not a fun card to play against.
No, it's not.
You have to, try to fucking understand it. And Mark Rosewater has spoken about how Miracle was a mistake, which is completely wrong, Mark, by the way. Miracle wasn't a mistake. It's the best mechanic you've ever made. But no one when it first came out, played it right.
No.
And then the new set came around and they're like, this is how Miracle works. And everyone was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Actually
Cool.
pretty sick.
But you have to understand it. So it's cognitively heavy. It's resource denial to the maximum and worse.
Each opponent or each player?
Each player.
Okay. So that's symmetrical.
But like if you're controlling your side of the board, man. Like it's this there's so much about that it's like, this is legal. Leovold's fine.
Yeah.
It's clearly not. And honestly, if Leovold became unbanned, I would make the most annoying stacks deck of all time in Sultai. Like Esper is the stacks color for me, but Sultai would be fucking rough because imagine a world where you have a smoke stack in a deck that is all recursion.
No. I will not imagine that. I think, this one just comes down to like the fact that it is your commander.
Yes. 100%.
Or it can be.
Yeah, the fact that it's repeatable and accessible, and the fact that it basically protects itself. It's got the, because you can get the draw.
Yeah, if someone targets it. So that leaves people the only option of drawing one card per turn and hoping for a non-target destruction, like removal effect, right? Board wipe, etc.
Easy fix one is symmetry. Everyone can only draw one card.
Yeah.
Do you think if it was more expensive, like if it was a 7 cost commander, so 4 generic,
no,
still too much?
Well, because cost reduction's so easy to find. I think, like,
especially in Sultai, there's a lot of ramp.
Especially when you've got
a lot of
green in there.
There's a Cabal Coffers, green and black are ramp colors, like, for sure.
Maybe that helps.
Yeah, but not much.
I think the idea that it is such a high level of denial in the command zone, that's the problem.
So Marlin,
yeah,
really is kind of the alternative here. That is a better alternative. I think players can't draw, but that's symmetrical. And then the tutor.
Everybody at the start of their turn pays 3 life to get anything they want.
Everyone gets
a
benefit out of it.
Yeah.
And then Morn Song Aria means you can't gain life, so you're on a counter. So
I think like Marlin is like, if you were to build that Marlin card as a commander, it is still going to slow the game right down because nobody can draw anything.
Yes, but
ever.
You can tutor for the removal. 1
card.
Yes, but you
at
can
the start of your turn.
Absolutely. So you start your turn, and you can be the person that pays 3 life
to
tutor for the card to get rid of Marlin.
But Marlin's a 3 cost, so that game's going to get real slow real early.
Yeah, but it also gets real quick real early because like
people are losing life every turn.
Exactly, and it's because it's got a timer, and again you're tutoring your deck.
Yeah.
So like, if I'm playing a white deck, I pay the 3 life because I have to. It's not even a May. I have to tutor to find my Swords to Plowshares, and Marlin goes away. Now, yes, you've got a commander, goes back to the command zone, comes back in. But
it's a very interesting design. I like it.
That funnels in. That's a lot more interesting than remove this. Oh, it just comes back in, and I don't get to look through my library to look for something.
No.
And then, you put in that deck your, opposition agents that you control people when they're doing the surges and stuff, and you just lock them out of the game. So, like, even if they were to fetch to get the cards they needed, no, you can't.
No.
Your Aven Mind Cessors and stuff like that, even though that's in white. Mind Sensor, but like,
yuck.
There's so much bullshit.
Yuck.
Do you think there's a world where that becomes a game changer?
Leovold?
Yeah.
Nah. I think it stays banned.
I'm going to ask an unfair question.
Okay.
What becomes a game changer first? Leovold or Iona?
Of those two, Iona.
You heard it here first, guys. Chili Bean says unban Iona. Thank you very much, Spider, for...
No, I fucking don't.
Thank you very much, Spider, for being an unbanned supporter. We thank you very much. Go to casualcompliance.fun, sign up at an unbanned level, and we'll say your name as well. And who knows, maybe you'll get Iona unbanned.
You fucker.
Gavin Verhey DM'd me and said that if we get 100 subscribers, he'll unban Iona. He didn't. But hey, Gavin, if you watch this, how many subscribers to unban Iona? We used to do cold opens, and then I would try to fuck with him. But now I'm doing hard outs to fuck with him. It's working.
Hey,
we weren't recording audio.
I'll kill you.
Bye, everyone.